Hello and good day, everyone. We got a brand new map here, brand new series. I'm going to continue on with the other series, but we got a brand new series here. We have the map of East Vineland, New Jersey, which I'm really excited about. Uh, for the most part, mostly because I live about 30 to 40 minutes away from this area. So, just a quick overview. I'm not going to do a full tour map because I really want to get right into it. We own those two fields over there. That is sorghum, and that one over there is wheat. We got a baler with a wrapper on the back. We have a cultivator. We got a seeder right here, and we got another seeder all the way over there. This is the only tractor we have to start. We don't have a lot of other equipment. Literally, that is the only equipment we have. We do not have any other tractors. So what I'm going to do, obviously, because I need to harvest these two fields, we are going over here. We're going to get this harvester. Now, I'm going through this a little quick, only because this is now my third time doing this. Something I did want to show. I love this. This is all really, really awesome. Like I said, this is the third time I'm going through this whole process due to technical difficulties. I changed some things up and ended up messing up the way that we're going to buy this. At least the other two, because it's something that I'm going to end up returning. I don't want to keep those that harvester. It's not a bad harvest. I'm just not a fan of it. But I lost my train of thought there. I completely messed up how my videos were saved, and due to that, I had the recording. I played for 20 so minutes, had the recording, and it just did not. It didn't give me the video. Had the audio, all that, did not have the video. Something I do want to do real quick, and I'm only doing this because I want to. I'm not going to actually do the actual what was happening, and I'm sure other people have ran into this. Maybe not. I don't know. Cars come flying off this road with ease, but for some reason, and I found this out the first video that I did. All right, so I got Hansbridge Road and Panther Road, which are the actual street names of those roads. So I'm going to have to let the developer know when you come off that road, just past that stop sign, there is an invisible fence or shield or some sort. Don't know what it is. There's something there though. So I'm going to let him know about that so that he can get that fixed. He did a really great job overall on this entire map. What he ended up doing, it seems like what he ended up doing was he just went to Google Maps and just did a screenshot, and maybe it was Apple Maps, I don't know. But he did a screenshot of the area and then just went in and created the fields along the as if the fields were already there. Oh. So the fields are already there, and he just made the fields playable in the game. I do really like how I get that dust, and that it makes it look like it's rock dust. Which that's really exciting for me. We're going to hook this up. I'm going to send him on his way back up to the fields. I'll send you up here. Go that way. Alright, you are on your way. Don't crash into anything. And I will get into the harvester and bring the harvester up. Now, in FS17, I don't know, I may be mistaken, I know I never dealt with sorghum before, which is the first field that we are going to harvest. I've never dealt with it. So what it makes, have not a clue. Not have no idea anything about it. It's not something that I'm very familiar with, whether it's in game or real life. It's just not something, like I said, it's just not something I'm very familiar with. And I do believe this is the first time that I will be harvesting it, unless, and I may be mistaken, unless I did it in a contract previously in one of my other games that I've played. So, we're going to get up there, we're going to get this going, and once this gets going, I'm going to go over a couple other things that I saw on the map. I do know, I got a, and I just saw it on the mod hub today, so I don't know if it's always been there or not, but I do want to place it. It's a placeable, it's a fire siren, and I will actually show you on the map there actually is one of the firehouses, which I think, like, it's not, I don't know if if you can see it from the map. I haven't driven up there. And I stay in your lane there, buddy. Don't come head on into me. I haven't driven up to that area yet, so I don't know what all it looks like. I'm assuming it's because it's on the edge of the map. So what I'm assuming is you get to the edge of the map and that's it, and you don't see the building. But I do know that one of the firehouses for Vineland is just north of this map. So if I go all the way up, I don't know the name of the road, but I do know this road is Panther. And I actually got a buddy of mine who lives over in that area, not on the map, but in the area of this map, which I think is really, really cool. He was actually pretty excited, and he is not one that does play this game, but he thought it was really cool that they have a map of the area and that he lives so close to it. I'm not seeing, I know in the other two recordings that I did try, there were potatoes that I passed on the way back from the shop. But I guess in this game save there are no potatoes that I pass. There's probably other potatoes in the game somewhere else in another field. But they were flowering. And here in Jersey, potatoes are actually harvested in mid to late July and through till middle, maybe the third week of August. After that, that is the end of the potato season here in Jersey. And the only reason why I know that is I actually haul potatoes from South Jersey out to Hanover, Pennsylvania to the Utz factory to get made into potato chips. And then when they're rejected there because they're too hard or too soft, I actually end up taking them up to the Pottstown area in PA, out by Yingling, Pottstown, because there are multiple Pottstowns. Or actually it might be Pottsville is out there, I forget now. You know what, I think it is Pottsville. But there is a potato factory out there that they specialize in making potato salad with the, they're not bad potatoes, and it's just because a food was rejected from one facility doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just that that facility is unable to use them in the condition that they are in. And for the most part, if they're rejected from the potato chips, it's because they are too hard. Basically, they are unable to be fried correctly. So I do want to show, this is actual a tavern, and then this right here is one of the Vineland Fire companies. So I do want to try and place, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I want to try and place the siren, if I can find it. It might be in decoration. No. generators? No. Tools. There we go. Oh man. Alert the fire brigade, police, and rescue workers. Oh. That's a lot of money, so I'm unable to buy it. Unfortunately. So I guess I'll have to do that in a later episode. But we're going to get this field harvested. And once this field is harvested, we're going to harvest the wheat field. And then collect this straw from the wheat. And sell that. I try and bale it up. This way we don't have a whole lot of waste. I don't know exactly what I'm going to plant come next season. I do like here in the base game. I know it's with wheat and wheat, barley, and canola. There might be other ones, but the guy that created this map, he actually made it so that it goes along with the Jersey fields and environment, the seasons. And that's why with the wheat, you can plant in February and March and still harvest in July and August. And a lot of guys do that. They'll harvest it, or no, they do it with soybean. So they plant the soybean, then they harvest it, then they plant the wheat, then they harvest it, and then they let it sit. Then they come back and they'll either do soybean again or they'll do corn. And this isn't sweet corn. The Jersey sweet corn is normally planted in March, middle to late March till the very end of April. It's usually harvested the last weekend of May, if we're lucky, but usually it's the second weekend of June, all the way till the beginning of August is normally when this Jersey sweet corn is harvested. I really would like it if they made the ability to do tomatoes out in the fields instead of just in the greenhouses, because then we could have the Jersey tomatoes. And anyone that's from the tri-state area will know about the Jersey tomatoes and the Jersey sweet corn. People travel from Pennsylvania down to the shore all summer long, and they always make it a reason to stop at one of those roadside stands, farm stands, to get some of that Jersey sweet corn, some Jersey tomatoes. So we're going to finish up with this field, and then we are going to come back and harvest that field. I'll probably come back towards the end of harvesting that field. I may end up leasing another truck or buying another truck. I'll have to look at what I'm able to afford. I'll probably end up taking out a loan so I can get another one, so I at least have two. Because having one is going to be quite difficult to get this whole operation going and expanded. So I will be back. Alright, welcome back to the finishing episode of Welcome to Technical Difficulties tonight. We actually, this whole night has just been a catastrophe. So I got to a certain point of harvesting that field. I was about halfway done, and I don't know. I managed to get out of the game, exit out of the game completely. Don't know how I did it, and I lost all my progress. I was actually on this field. I had all this set up. I was about a quarter way done, and then it just out of the blue, I went to take a screenshot, and no, wouldn't let me. So we're gonna get started here. I got everything going. I already have 6,082 liters, and that's because on the back side, during the first time around before the game went bye-bye, it was having trouble turning. The harvester combine over there. I kept having to go in and fix the worker. So that's the reason why. No, I don't want you to do that. Oh, good. It's saving my content. That's what I want. Am I unable to hire a worker to bail this up? I've never Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to do this all manually. That is something new. I was hoping not to, but it's fine. We will get this going. I've never, it's the first time I'm using the baler here in FS22, so bear with me as I try to figure this out. I'm sure it's like it was in 17. Yeah, I know we don't have access to that field. I'm just turning around, don't worry. I'm not trying to scoop up profit that I can't gain access to. I'm going to get this wrapped up and be on my merry way. I'm still not really sure exactly what I'm going to do for the next season. Obviously this will finish out this season, this year. We've got a winter ahead of us, so I may come back and do a couple things over the winter. I probably, I don't, I looked around at the other fields, price-wise, and without, I mean, I kept in this area, and I'll show you. Like this map is, this field is 53,000. This one is 103,000. This one right here is 103. The 40 down here, it's a little bit of a hike. It's 51. I was really hoping to get like 56 or even 6 or 10. But 10, see, it's 299. Now, I'm sure there's fields over here that I could probably get for cheaper. But I'm trying to stay in this area. I really, honestly, I would love to own every field. So I'm not really going to do like an end series or end episode for this map. I think it's just going to be continuation. And I'll play other maps on the channel as I've already started. I have the Western Wilds. And then I have now East Vineland. And I also have the American Truck Simulator. I got one episode of that down. I should have another episode posted first things on Monday. See? Alright. Alright, so it just automatically drops. It does not wrap it, which is fine. But I do need to come to a stop. Maybe it was a mod that I had on 17 where I could just keep on going. And I never had to stop. It would just, or it would automatically stop. I think that's what it was. The tractor itself would automatically stop. I could just have it going and not have to worry about its missing product. So we're going to get this field finished up. The combine is done. I ended up saving the harvest. I put that all in my silo. Silo. Yes, I have trouble speaking sometimes. I've always had trouble speaking. I do mumble a lot, and I am trying my best in these videos to slow down and enunciate my words better, so that people can understand exactly what I am saying. But every once in a while I do come across a word like silo, or I can't, for me it's a simple word, but for some reason I feel like it's a hard word for me to say. But I did get, I honestly, I thought I was only going to get about 8,000 or 9,000 liters, and I ended up getting, I think it was 16 maybe, which is way more than I thought I was going to get. And I kind of wish I still had the first game that I was doing before I had all the technical difficulties saved, because it actually had a contract for supply and delivery of 12,000 liters of sorghum, which would have worked out, and I think it paid $26,000 or something like that. So that would have covered the cost of some of the equipment I ended up having to buy today. I am going to be returning the harvester, or the combine, so as soon as I get to a certain point, I was actually, like I said, I was hoping to hire a worker to do this. But I'll end up returning the combine today, and the header, because it's something that I won't need, and there's no need for me. Am I regretting buying it? Not really. Because I think grand total lease cost, actually, I'm now kind of curious on what it is. So I bought $162,500. So that was, I bought I'll go over here. This will be better to show you. So I bought this tractor, the Magnum CVX, which I'm driving right now. I bought the grain trailer, which I've been using. I bought that earlier, and I also bought the autoloader for the bales. So that's all I bought. And then let's see, what is the leasing costs? Vehicle leasing cost was $7,200, which wasn't bad. So grand total, I spent $1,000 and so I spent just over $8,000 on between hiring a worker and having the combine and header, which honestly isn't bad compared to. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I think the combine was 78,000 or something like that, or maybe 49,000. Again, it's not a bad combine, but I'm just not a big fan of it. I do believe it is a UK combine. Again, there's nothing wrong with UK combines. I actually was driving on, what was it, Wednesday, coming from Indiana, and I saw a class combine coming east. And boy, was that thing massive. Which I kind of wish I had grabbed a picture of it on my phone, but it was raining and I was unable to do so. That was a little weird. Thought I saw something crawl across my screen that was in game, and it left like a little black streak behind it. It's odd. So we're gonna get this finished up, and like I said, I think when I come back, you know what? Let me while I am actually harvesting all this, let me go over here. This way I can start knocking out multiple things. Start this up. Put this out. And while that's unloading, we will go here. Okay, so I was off. I think I said it's 16,000, but I only ended up with 15,000 liters of sorghum. So now that that's offloaded, I'll take this tractor, go dump off. So I got 16,210. That's actually not a bad, not bad for that field worth of grain. So I'll come over here and we will park it. And while that's unloading, let's see up here. So it should be around 1,200. So let's let's see what my potential could be. What was it? 16,000, so I'll do 16,000. Yeah. Oh, no, I was wrong. 13,000. Why is that only... Yeah, 16,000. I thought I was right. 16,000 times... What should I say? 1,200. Well, that's not right. That's not right at all. Because it's saying that at 16,000 liters, selling it at 12,000 or 1,200 bucks, I'm coming out with $19 million. That cannot be right. There's no way. I was hoping to find out possibly what I could be making over the winter from selling it, but I don't think that's going to be possible until I go out and actually sell it. Oh, there is a pole there. Now I'm stuck. Alright, let's try this again. Let's come out this way. For real, I am just having all kinds of technical difficulties tonight. We'll park this here. Disconnect. Come over here, grab this cultivator. The only thing I may end up doing is taking the... I wonder whether that has hydraulics on it. I've never seen that before. Putting wheat on this field, and then putting sorghum on that field. And just alternate it for next year. That's what I should do. But I'll probably keep it the same. I do have rocks, so I'm going to have to get a stone picker. Which isn't bad. 25,000. Does 2.3 meters. How big? This does 5 meters. Okay. Let me, that's not terrible. 52,000. I guess I could get either one. I'll probably end up getting this one. So I'll end up taking the loan out to come by and pick up those stones. Where can I sell the stones at? The Breeze Crusher. And it's only in August? Wow. Okay. And it's at 461 right now. Holy, that is up there. Maybe I'll buy it and see. I mean, I'm assuming I don't have to. I've never did the stones before, but I'm assuming that you don't have to empty it after every field. It's something new. I believe it's something new to the game this year. Why am I not? Oh, that's why. I had the pickup lifted. The stones, I believe, is something new, and I haven't dabbled into it yet for the most part, only because on the other maps that I've played, I turned it off because I was more focused on just trying to get more fields. The one game I actually have is the base map, the base American map, and I have the 3 that you start out with, and I ended up buying 3 additional maps or fields, and in that one I have the stones turned off. I kind of wish I should have left them on, but oh well, not a huge issue or deal. I do believe I'm not getting as much straw bales as I thought I was going to end up getting. So what I'll end up doing is holding on to them for probably this year or next year, and then come in and sell them at the end of next year. I'm not hurting for money. I do have a lot of loan left to take out. I think I only took out 100. Let's see. Okay, so I have a loan of $115,000. So I'm not terrible. And I know I'll end up taking another 20 or 30,000 out just to get that the stone picker. I may try and sell them, see just about what I'll get. But I'll end up doing that in between. So I will end up signing off here. What I'm going to do for the next episode, I'm going to finish cultivating this field and the field that's cultivating right now. I'm going to buy the stone picker, and I'll probably come back right around planting. If I have, depending on how much I get for the stones, I may end up buying a third field, or I may end up buying a mower and start doing some grass bales to sell to the BGA of production, which, if you're unaware of, the BGA right here, we actually own. There it is. So we got silage, slurry, manure, and sugar beet cut, which we can turn into everything. Which will be nice. I can take the silage, and I don't even have to. I mean, I can bale it, and wrap it, and then drop it off, or I could just take it over in a loading wagon, or forge wagon. I'm sorry, a forge wagon, and just take it over that way. So I may end up. I do want to look into the course play, and if I'm able to get the course play going. Last time I checked, they were still working out some bugs and doing the field work prep. But if course play, see, there's my speech impediment acting up. If I can get the course play to work effectively in this game, then what I may end up doing, I know I keep going back to the map here, buying 46, 45, and 44. 44, 45, and 46. I should go in the order that the numbers are and make them all into grass fields. And just do because it's right there, just do a whole BGA silage running. And then with the course play, you don't have to worry about it a whole lot. Obviously, every time you come into the map, you gotta set it all up, but it's kind of a set it and forget it kind of thing, which would be nice. This way I can focus on the farming side. I mean, granted, all is farming, but I can focus on crops and greens and whatnot, and not so much that. So, guys, I'm gonna get I should hopefully get one more bale out of this. Now, give me what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bales. That's not terrible for this field. I did get a bigger Artaload trailer than I really needed, but it's better to, if you got the extra money, better to spend it early than buy something smaller and run out of use for it within 1 or 2 gameplays. So I'm gonna get on out of here, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. Y'all have a good day.